On January 23, 1974, between 6 and 6:15 p.m., the 56-year-old Dahlia went outside to walk her pet blue jay, Clementine.
That is cool.
She's taking her bird for a walk.
I love that. I had a wonderful little bird, I understand.
We all know you kept your bird in a freezer for 2 years.
The ground was hard, we couldn't bury him yet.
For 2 years.
No, it wasn't 2 years, it was just over the harsh Chicago winter, and when the ground thawed, we buried him in the garden.
We all know you ate that bird. We
You
all know
can't
it.
eat a parrot.
You did. Tell me
I
how you
didn't
did
eat a parrot. I loved him. I'm done talking about my parrot. I'm not entertaining this bit.
This comes from Poo Crafter. Poo Crafter 2.
Two. First one, it was already taken.
I mean, the first one was pretty prolific, and he thought maybe let's go for the sequel. Well, it's also funny when you kind of see these places and you know, oh, this is where I'm going to lose it later.
Your virginity?
Yeah, my virginity. Which reminds me, I have something to tell you guys. I was hoping I had some very special plans for you this evening. The point I'm trying to get across, it was a little bit shorter because it was one of the first episodes.
That was just you making your little PowerPoints, you know?
Okay, no need to get
Okay,
rude
I'm not
and snappy
defending-
about
okay,
it.
all right,
I'm just saying now we've been given the opportunity to dive deep.
Yeah.
I got my goggles on. I'm ready to dive deep.
I got a scuba tank, baby.
Every human's capable of murder if you push them enough. I just don't know if this is enough of a push.
Okay.
It's true.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet you would murder me if I pushed you enough.
Yeah, probably. I will say building a big, giant, expensive luxury resort in the middle of the desert, well,
Yeah.
you know what? It seems like a bit of a gamble. It's good.
It's really great. It's good stuff.
Bit of a gamble.
Later.
Oh, I didn't care for this episode too much, except that you
clearly did.
come on.
That's like when someone's like, oh, I didn't really enjoy the meal. You look at their plate, completely empty.
Chocolate all over your face.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I got a roast for you guys. Once I'm done licking all the icing off my little fingers. I'm lightheaded from this roast mortem.
I think you're lightheaded from sucking your own fingers for 2
Who's
minutes
the roast
straight.
master?
We take a look at the Watcher, a stalker who was active as recently as 2017. Ugh.
What do you mean?
It's too soon for me.
Okay.
Normally we're covering like cases that are way back in the day. This guy's still out and about. He may watch this show, I don't know. And he could take a little
He probably will.
trip down
It's
to
his-
sunny
that's his whole
California.
thing.
Barbiturates will make you fall asleep if you use too much. They're used as anesthetics, which is why that guy passed out. Love, a neuroscience student. Yeah, barbiturates, that's what they used to put down my dog.
Jesus.
R.I.P. Lucy and Ricky.
What is going on? What was that? Quite likely beside the point, but I always feel bad for those dogs that gotta sniff dead bodies all day.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not preferable to the ones that have to sniff for like cocaine.
Cocaine? Those dogs are loving it.
Best job
I fucking love my
Best job I've ever had. Wow, I can't believe we're at the park here. Look at this big, tall friend of mine. Yeah.
It's my favorite place to be.
I'm gonna push you on the swing now. It would be really bad if something came out and did something to me, like dragged me into the water until I couldn't breathe anymore and ceased to exist.
Push your friend Curly too.
Oh, I could push Curly too, yeah.
Wait, why is Curly a 40-year-old man?
I'll have Mo shot, chop his body up, and feed it to the Flamingo Hotel's kitchen garbage disposal. End quote.
I thought you were gonna say he was gonna feed him to the flamingos, and that would have been cool as hell.
And if Vincent Van, this is an aspirational tale for all you out there. If Vincent Van Gogh is going through this similar struggle, you know, you can make something of yourself.
Just out there with his brush, saying, I'll put this on something. You put it in front of me, I'll put it to it.
I feel like you
Yeah.
can word that better.
Yeah, no, it's probably exactly what he said to people. I'll put this on something.
Give me a job, I'll put this on something.
I'll put this on something, you put it in front of me, I'll put it to it.
Because if he walks up with a gun and his, like, you could just see his face, like I could see it's your face, I know that's probably the last thing I'm gonna see. And right now I actually thought of staring into those dead cold eyes. And if that's the last thing I see on this earth, I made some mistakes along the way.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Quote, to the vile and spiteful Derek and his wench of a wife, Maria.
Okay, hang on. Oh boy. Before this, he's been very respectful, despite saying like, yeah, I'm gonna steal your blood children.
Yeah, he was really holding back before. Wench, too. He's still stuck with the Old English, though.
Yeah.
He knows theming.
I really hope it never gets to the point where we have to make this choice.
Why would we ever have to choose whether or not we're gonna lose an arm or a hand?
I don't think we have any control over what happens in our lives. Maybe we'll have to lop an arm off at some point. We don't know. We don't know. We're all just hurtling through this inky black on this blue marble.
Well, that was nihilism with Shane. Let's move on to the next question.
Why was Shane cosplaying as my granddad? It's nice to see all his clothes went to a good home when he died. Hashtag roastmortem, hashtag Bugara. Sorry about your granddad! Friends of Ryan Bergara aren't going to be...
The friends of Ryan Bergara are right here and right here. And they're going to be going face to face in that parking lot.
He'll get you.
You don't need a case for that.
Yeah, he'll get you.
Don't bring the investigator, bring the ambulance. In order to support his new family, Sævar's plan was to smuggle cannabis into Iceland. Perhaps consequently, Erla decided the two should live apart.
I'm gonna provide for this family with some of that sticky green stuff.
With some of that good.
Gonna turn Iceland into Greenland, baby.
He's probably a fan of the show. But wouldn't it be cool if he was from a You believe in multiverses?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
Oh.
Now do you understand why I think that's so weird?
Now I understand, Ryan.
Holmes said that Brady had murdered Smith, cut his body up, put the pieces in a trunk, and threw the trunk into Gunnamatta Bay. In the 20s and 30s, this act was apparently so common that it had a name, the Sydney Send-Off.
Take a look, Mike.
Oh, no.
Otherwise I'll be giving you a Sydney Send-Off, you know.
Sydney Send-Off?
What do you think, Mike? You know, my freshman year of college, we went to Bed Bath & Beyond to get some stuff. And my mom was like, hey, you should get these rubber sheets. And I said, why in the hell would I buy rubber sheets? And she was like, you know, in case you spill like a pop on your bed or something.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say because you're like sleeping in a pool of your own vomit.
No. I was like, are you nuts? Anyway, back to the murder.
The next day is like a family percussion circle, but there's no drums, it's just your bellies.
Oh, now that's good.
Just... Now you take it away, Shane. Toss it back.
That's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
They carried out their mission and saved the soul of 657 Boulevard with my orders. All hail the Watcher, end quote.
All hail the Watcher!
All me and my minions, we all did it.
I've done it again.
I've done it
Like
again.
my father, and his father before him.
Yeah, one thing I've always said, I've always gone on record saying, all hail the Watcher.
That's true, he has said that. He says it every day
Been my
when he
MO
walks
since
into the
day
office.
one, all hail the Watcher.
Starting-
I walk into Buzzfeed, morning, all hail the Watcher.
All hail the Watcher, and we do the same thing. It's like
All hail the Watcher?
Yeah, all hail the Watcher.
I've got my big stomach tattoo that says that,
That's
but I don't
true.
want to reveal that right now.
There was HR complaints. If history has taught us anything, you don't underestimate anyone.
Anyone can murder.
Anyone can murder.
Julia Child. Do you think she could murder?
If pressed, yeah. I think you could murder if pressed.
I don't know.
If I found out today that you had murdered somebody, I wouldn't be too surprised, I think.
Has someone told you I...
No?
Okay.
No sense.
Do you think
Fine right
Shane is out there screaming right now? Like,
He's probably doing some stupid bit where he's pretending he's a kid.
Oh, hey there, miss. It's just me, a little boy. I'm out here all alone at night. Oh, I sure hope some lady doesn't show up and kill me. Check this out. Oh, sure would love a little lemon soda. Maybe some peppermint sticks. Oh.
A bear probably wouldn't need to swallow, it would just rip the arm off with its bare hands.
Yeah.
Yuel died in a nursing home in Dallas in 1994.
Crazy to think you can kill 5 people in the 1940s and then live long enough to see Jurassic Park in theaters.
Thank you for
Discuss
that.
some other things.
Thank you
but
for that colorful
It's
perspective.
just crazy. I'm just trying to put into perspective the fact that this man so long ago committed these crimes and
then he
so
saw
far into the future.
And he saw the rise of industrial light and magic.
Hi, Ellen. They're wizards. Let's go to Grahamtown.
The sheriff took McCormick to a hypnotist in the hopes of unlocking further memories, but the results were inconclusive. That sounds about par for the course for investigative methods in Florida.
What do we got? How's the evidence looking? Well, we hosed it all down. Okay.
What do you want next?
A hypnotist?
Bring me a metronome. This comes from Mr. SQT Factory? Squat Factory? Mr. Squat Factory? Maybe like a fitness person?
Squat Factory.
Oh, Mrs. Cutie Factory.
No, Mr. Squat Factory.
You let us know which one it is.
If I get murdered, nobody come to my funeral.
Don't think you're gonna have to put that disclaimer out. It's gonna happen on its own.
Are you? That's unbelievable. Well, but now that
You are despised by the house, and the Watcher won, end quote.
this guy sucks.
He's just really just shooting them out there. He's casting a wide net and hoping one of them sticks.
Yeah.
So then he could be like, if one of those things happens, he's gonna be like, all me.
Watcher baby.
Orchestrated by the Watcher.
They're like walking down the street, they kind of trip on the sidewalk, and he's like, yes, oh, hell, the Watcher.
Run out of cooking oil? Watcher.
Oh, a mosquito bite? No, hell, the Watcher.
Oh, you just took a little poopy and you don't have any more toilet paper? Watcher, sorry. This week's case is a serial killer case. We haven't done one of those in a while. I don't know why I said that so jovial. Serial killers aren't cool.
boy.
I don't know what you're implying here.
We did murder.
That was Sims
Characters
fun.
that-
Everybody murders people on The Sims.
They were characters based off real people, our coworkers, in fact.
Little Stephen Lim.
Stephen Lim, the Try Guys, we murdered them all.
Yeah, we did.
That was good. It wasn't really explained in the episode what happened to Francis. Love you guys. I didn't see this last part, especially Ryan. Hashtag Bukar all the way. I didn't put that in for, I really did. It was good.
You know, hang on a sec. I gotta say this last part.
No, I didn't.
Get a
I
load
didn't
of
see
this.
it. In early 1935, business at Sydney, Australia's Coogee Aquarium and Swimming Baths was floundering. The world was in the depths of the Great Depression, and aquarium owner Bert Hobson needed something to lure customers and keep his business afloat.
There's already two sea-based puns in this
What are you talking
narration.
about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this gonna be a running theme?
Curly, would you like to maybe call out to her?
Yes. Señora Llorona, deja de ser chillona. Gracias por tenernos aquí en tu casa. Si tú quieres llevarte a alguien, llévase a Shane.
Oh,
Gracias.
he said my name, for sure. And I'll tell you what, I did meet some of the most insufferable people that I've
At an
ever known.
improv class? I can't believe that.
But they also met me.
And I wish that on no one.
Okay, all right. It's one of the world's greatest bits. I feel like people don't do it enough nowadays because we take it for granted. Spread that around this year. You know, if you see your two friends and you think maybe they've been smooching behind your back, be like, I know what you guys are up to a little.
I actually don't think your angle's catching it. I think we can still see your face a little bit, so you might have to turn.
Is this?
That. If I turn,
It's like we're both making out. It's not me.
I don't think it's you. We aren't known for our brevity, but I'm gonna encourage less is more here. That's something I learned in film school. You don't need to write out like a whole paragraph.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a bit much.
You may want to mow it down a bit. Both of your foreheads are so big you can watch Avengers Endgame on IMAX on them.
You think so?
Fucking funny.
You know what? If that's a roast, it's the best one because I want to live in that reality. I want to look in the mirror every morning, brush my teeth,
All right.
and
no,
then
no,
see.
no. This is too much energy here. What are you doing? You want to see?
Is this too much energy? What are you
No,
talking
you're
about?
doing, it's creeping me out a little bit.
Huh?
Just narrow your eyes a little bit. They're too wide. Okay, that's better. I don't know if that's better.
Is that better?
Just having a life. Just having a little life.
Now I've noticed your Australian character. Why does he tighten up like this? What's that?
It's a choice I've made.
No, do it again.
All right.
Quieter and quieter.
Quieter and quieter until I can't even understand what you're saying. You're imagining a clearly adult, burly police officer
Exactly
trying to
right.
look like a 16-year-old boy.
100%.
And it's hilarious.
Yes. And next to him, also an adult male.
With a big old mustache
Yeah,
and
sort
a
of
wig
like-
on.
Sort of like just maybe
Yeah.
pretending to make out. Or maybe actually making out.
Or
Like-
pre-recorded noises of smooching noises.
Oh,
Like a lot.
like a Ferris Bueller situation. It's just sort of
That's like cartoon kissing. No one sounds like that when they're kissing. Australian Shane versus Ricky Goldsworth. Who wins?
I want to say that my Australian accent is heavily informed by Wolf Creek.
That is a scary movie.
Certainly the man in Wolf Creek is not a very friendly person.
No, he's not. But neither is Ricky Goldsworth.
Neither is Ricky Goldsworth.
We don't even know what he's done.
I ain't gonna say that face again.
Can you speak up? I can't understand what you're saying.
You don't want me to speak up.
What was that? Speak up.
Cold enough blood.
Yeah, we're gonna need to hear more than 1 or 2 words in a row.
Do you hear that?
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Yo, that was fucking crazy. I used to have a recurring nightmare when I was a kid of an evil version of my dad looking through my window. It stemmed from when I watched Inspector Gadget as a kid. And you remember there was the evil Inspector Gadget?
Did he have big giant teeth?
He had big giant shiny teeth. And he had big eyes. So he would just stand outside my window.
And your father is a dentist, so
And
the
my
big
father-
scary teeth are even...
That's true. And we all know that he may have cut someone's head off.
Hey, I didn't say it.
On his deathbed, Hull's father urged his son to research the story and get it out there. Hull obliged the dying man's request, going on to create a 400-slide PowerPoint presentation laying out the points of his case.
Yowza! Who's he showing that to?
Yeah, who is he showing that? I guess investigators, perhaps?
He's just inviting friends over for margaritas?
Yeah.
I got something I want to show you. It's crazy. It's gonna take about 4.5 hours.
Is this your trip to Niagara Falls? Hope you went to the bathroom because there's no breaks.
We tried to find the cream of the crop.
That was
this
a
week, and
coast-mortem.
this is-
We
what is
coasted
it?
right through this.
Coast-mortem,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, we're
cruising. What are you doing?
One of the boys who would tease Vincent was Renee Secreta, who said, quote, "Our favorite game was making him angry, which was easy," end quote.
Our favorite game was making him angry, which was easy.
What a little stinker.
A little piece of shit. Oh, look how red his face is getting. Ha 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 ha. Look at the tears. Yeah, let's go home, take a shower. I'll call my mom.
You call your mom in the shower? Hey, ending on a funny joke. Okay, see you next week.
It was a beautiful sentiment, and you ruined it.
I'm gonna go jump out there and do my
Yes.
own thing now. Oops, I'm setting an alarm on.
Set me on fire. No, Shane, no.
There's a lot of that out of there for old Picasso. He's got a lot of early stuff out there.
Oh, Pablo?
Yeah, him.
Oh, you're not talking the other Picasso.
Not Ted Picasso. I vaguely remember the details of that being that he also did not want the person to get in trouble for cutting his ear off, so he said he did it himself,
so he
which
covered-
would scan with the theory that he was covering for the people who killed him.
Yet another eerie occurrence. That does it for this episode of...
You got it?
That does it for this episode of... What are you doing?
We're just closing it out, man.
That does it for this episode of Buzzfeed Unsolved. I see what you're doing. You do not think I have peripheral vision.
Friends murder each other all the time. You know, that happens. That's the way of the world. It happens. You just gotta, you know,
I gotta make some calls.
just gotta watch what you say.
Okay.
Take a look. You won't be seeing what you many times.
You still doing it?
Hey.